Hello and welcome to Roleplay Rejects, where we play new and unusual tabletop role-playing games. We stand on the precipice of the 41st millennium, and in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war.
Hi, Rockets.
We're going to whine about it.
I got a 76.
Oh man, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Phil, can you monologue for
Crispy
like 7 seconds?
Can I? Absolutely. I can monologue for as long as you want me to. I am known for talking. Talking is what I do.
Thank you.
And
He has done 7 seconds.
Yeah.
All right.
What was that for?
I just want to see the waves to make sure they were comparable to ours.
There's plenty of waves.
oh yes, on my end, it's I've got smaller waves, so I've got wave envy right now.
Oh, Wenvy?
Wenvy, if you will. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I should have gotten that one. Man,
I'm kind of a mixologist.
of letters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we call you Sir Mix-a-Lot.
We call him DJ Alphabet.
I cannot lie.
Is that Sir Mix-a-Lot?
I don't know. I think so. But I'm
No.
also really bad at knowing who's who when it comes to artists and
No,
music.
that's George Washington.
Yeah, that is Sir Mix-a-Lot.
No, Phil just said it was George Washington.
Yeah, George Washington cannot lie.
Yeah, that
Sir
is
Mix-a-Lot
also.
And they both
likes the
like the
large
same
hair.
thing.
I'm
They're
pretty
the
sure that
same
was
person.
Abraham Lincoln
No.
who said he couldn't lie.
No, he was one of the
No.
other brothers that can't deny.
Yeah.
Man.
I thought George Washington was the not liar. Didn't he chop down the cherry tree and then he was like, yeah,
Yeah,
that was
George
me.
Washington.
I gotta-
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
I
not
gotta
telling.
cop that.
But he's Honest Abe.
He's Honest
yeah.
Abe,
Okay.
yeah.
Abe, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'm getting them
They're
mixed
both
up.
very good at not lying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Back when
That's what
it was important for
book grab
presidents not
you
to lie.
Yeah, back when that mattered.
History was like my worst subject.
Same, because it's so... Wait, why did you be bad at it?
Why was I bad at it? Because I'm terrible at memorizing random numbers attached to important dates.
I just thought it was really boring.
Like I was
Oh.
so bad at remembering years and like,
When was the War of 1912?
dude, no idea.
First of all,
You mean 1812?
Wait, am I wrong?
Oh
yes,
yeah,
it's 1812.
yeah, the 1812 overture. See,
Yeah.
if it was,
The overture.
if it has something to do with music,
Did they make
I'll
a music about
probably,
the war?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, it
Was
it
it
ends
Leslie?
with actual cannons. If
Oh,
you are
Leslie,
playing,
just because you're 15 doesn't mean that you need to confuse 1900s and 1800s.
history blows. The only good subject in school is math.
Uh,
That is the
that
spiciest
is-
take I
dude,
think I've
it has-
ever
it has-
heard in my entire
All the
life.
rules are the same all the time.
that's a good point.
Yeah,
It does-
except when they sometimes throw in letters, and then you're like,
The letters
you
also
know,
have rules that are the same all the time.
solve for Q.
Even
It's like, I don't
imaginary
know.
numbers have rules that are the same all the time.
That's not true. X
Yep.
is different every single time.
that's very lawful of you.
It's not even about lawfulism.
No, it
yeah, it
is.
is.
No,
You're
it's
a
just like-
paladin.
Hey,
So-
you know what doesn't change ever? Dates. Once they've happened, nothing.
That's true.
Yeah.
But dates are boring as hell. Bro. I'm here for the formula.
Oh,
I-
but math is
It's
a riot. It's such a good time.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
go into
we're
math
agreeing.
class and it would just be like a rave of like five.
Hi, everywhere.
See, I like geometry because it's the one type of math that actually like
Matters the most. You don't
Like-
fuck with trigonometry?
No,
You don't fuck with triangles?
dude, geometry does triangles.
Yeah.
The 3-4-5 triangle, that's my shit.
You don't fucking with like advanced triangles?
No.
Mm.
You don't fuck with triangles in several dimensions?
No, boring
No.
triangles.
That's
I
called,
like.
that's
I'm
called
just-
a pyramid. Get it
Yeah.
right, Wesley.
I'm
Wow.
Phil.
Wow. Wow. Such hostility.
I'm just defending my favorite subject of study, okay?
That's
Mathematics. Like that one guy.
I love that for you.
Marshall.
I can't agree.
Yeah.
Why
I
I have
not?
a friend whose wife
Oh,
is a
wait.
math teacher,
It's the
and
best
she
subject.
also
No.
has the same
Objective.
opinion that like
You can
math
hate
is
it, but
No.
very interesting.
I'm not speaking subjectively. I'm speaking
You-
objectively.
No, you are speaking
What's your favorite subject?
subjectively.
Incorrect.
My favorite?
Is it math?
No, it's not math.
It's like dots all over again.
I like English, and I like science classes, but only specific ones.
But you don't like Dr. Stone.
like
hated
geology.
English.
Oh, rocks are pretty cool.
I don't. I like history, but I'm bad at it. Like I don't. Oops, sorry. I don't remember dates and stuff very well, but
When
I
was the War
like
of
learning
1912?
about it.
See, my problem with English, okay, is because my teachers were all more stupider than I was. See,
Wow.
okay, because they're like, let's go read Hamlet. I was like, I've seen Hamlet. I don't need to read it. It's fine. It's better
Dude, I
in
love your
person.
nails.
Thank
He
you.
saw the movie. It was better.
The Great Gatsby.
Right. And then my reading scores were always like through the roof, but then my writing scores were garbage. And a lot of times it was, your sentence structure is too complicated.
That's
Like,
crazy.
fuck you. Like,
Were you writing in iambic pentameter?
exactly. And they're like,
Wow.
don't be all iambic with me.
In
And
college, I once got marked down on an English paper for my opinion.
yeah, see,
Mhm.
that's what I hate about getting graded on English.
English
things.
teachers get away with the most subjective bullshit. in grading.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Did I say
dude,
objective? No, subjective.
I am right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely get that, and like I've had rough English teachers too that like told me that I wasn't smart enough to know those words because
That's
I was a cheerleader.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Dude, I hate English teachers.
Yeah.
Dude, I got
but-
marked down for my handwriting.
that's fair. Yours is rough.
It's terrible.
That's why we have computers.
but
But we didn't back then, Wesley.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stone Age.
but I have also had some really amazing English teachers that like really helped me learn and grow and like
Not me.
opened my mind like for a lot of really cool stuff. But like I hear you, like plays should be seen, not read.
Unless you're a playwright.
Yeah,
No,
and like if you're an actor,
you should still see them. Like,
yeah, but you have to.
you still
read
have
them.
to read it.
Yes,
like,
but the way that they are supposed to be ingested is by watching it.
Microdosing.
right. But what Wesley is saying is like you can't ingest through watching something that doesn't exist yet. So as the playwright or as the actor, like you do have to read it because otherwise you can't.
I think if it's your
Yes,
profession,
There is a difference between art appreciation and creating art.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's what I'm. Yeah,
And like reading and like writing like papers about whatever, that is the creation aspect.
Mhm.
Wait, no, I got that backwards.
no, I think
The
Never mind.
writing of it is the
No,
creation.
no, your opinion's not wrong. We're all on
No,
the
you're
same.
all the
right.
same thing.
No, you're
I
absolutely
think
right,
if it's
yeah.
your profession to create such things, then you must read them.
Yes.
If you are not in that situation, I agree. You should just sit down and fucking enjoy the show,
Yeah.
freak.
Yeah. And like
But I
I
also
think
agree.
it's cool to read plays. Like in my opinion, you should watch it,
Mhm.
and then if they want to use it as something for literature or English, when you read it, you shouldn't be reading it like line by line. What you should be doing is doing like
Vibe by vibe.
Scenes.
sure. None of those
Microdosing.
are what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like you're studying it for the like the way that the author is writing, like their style
Structure.
versus yeah,
Iambic pentameter.
right. Like what does iambic pentameter mean? What does it
No one knows.
You end it.
what
We
changes when you're
We
watching oh no, what play is that, Joseph? We just saw it.
Hamlet.
Nope.
Wait.
Rent.
It wasn't
Moulin
Taming.
Rouge.
It was the other one. It's with
Wicked.
Benedict,
Oh,
She's still locked until we figure this out.
Beatrice.
Much Ado About Nothing.
Thank you. Yes.
Yep.
When they switch between
like that one.
iambic pentameter
a good
and
one.
more
that one in high
common phrasing, like that should be what's studied, not like let's read this verbatim and we're gonna popcorn read and you're gonna cry because nobody wants to listen to this.
This is going to be a hot take, especially in the audience right here, the
I have a
current
hot
audience,
Follow.
not the listeners. They stink. Who cares what they think?
True.
But I have not been. I've never been a big fan of Shakespeare, and I think that the root. I know that's what I said. You were literally wearing a Shakespeare T-shirt. I know. I like I understand that I'm about to have like the connection cut off in a second, but the reason is that I remember when I was first when we were first reading it, my teacher said that like I was like, oh well, I guess it's just like complicated wording because this is like how they talked back then. And my teacher was like, no, they didn't. This is not how they talked.
Yeah.
It was difficult even for people back then to understand. And I was like, what's the freaking point? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're just like flexing your idiot muscles because you're whatever. Get out of here. And I was like, you stole all of your plot lines from history? Come on, piss off. And I think that like got me like so turned that like after that I couldn't, there was, I made much ado about nothing, but then like, man, that nothing stuck.
If any consolation, Shakespeare rips off the Lion King. So like, how good can he be? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree.
Romeo and Juliet.
My favorite
that's actually World War One.
But also some of my least favorite teachers were English teachers and history teachers. Maybe that's why I don't.
Archduke Ferdinand was Romeo, and
yeah,
and then the guy with the bomb was Juliet.
What was that one where they had guns?
Because he was her son.
But that one guy, I think it was The Great Gatsby. That actor played Romeo. I think. I'm really bad at actors' names.
You talking about Leonardo? Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. My boy Leo.
Yeah. I thought you were going to be talking about like, I don't know, Sir Patrick Stewart or something. And then when you were like, Great Gatsby, I was like, what?
I remember seeing that in school and being like, this is crazy. I'm watching this here right now.
Wait, you saw Great Gatsby in school?
No. Well, no. Romeo and Juliet played by Gatsby.
Oh. Played by Great Gatsby. Fair enough. See that man, this is showing my age because everybody, all the listeners know Wesley's 13 years old, but I am not 13 years old. I'm 42 years old. So when Leonardo DiCaprio's version of Romeo and Juliet came out, I was in school and all the girls were like head over heels with it. They're like, "Oh my god, I'm a big Shakespeare fan now because Leonardo DiCaprio is such a cutie."
It do be like that.
Yeah. I think that might also be why I don't like Shakespeare. Like, I was at that time, because I was like at that point in like development where I was like, you know what? Screw him and his Shakespeare.
Yeah. Dude, you just share poison with someone.
I appreciate holding a grudge that lasts longer than decades. It doesn't matter what it is. I appreciate your grudge.
Does it not matter what it is?
Yeah. I will never ride a tractor ever in my entire life.
Why? You know what? I'm on board now too. I'm on this anti-track. I've got your back. I've got your back.
What if it's a beam?
Because
no more tractors.
I was trapped in a classroom with this guy who was just obsessed with tractors for some reason, and he was like, "It's the best thing. You don't know what it's like. You just have to ride a tractor." And I was like, "I don't see it." And he was like, "No." And he went off for like an hour because the teacher was late or something. And by the end of it, I was like, I'm looking you dead in the eyes. I don't even remember his name, but I will never ride a tractor in my entire life. This is the day. And he was like, but you'll never know. And I was like, yeah, I won't. I will never know.
Wow.
I will never.
I like that your grudge has outlasted your knowledge of the person that made you develop.
I can't even picture the guy anymore.
That's the next level, yeah.
Dude, you're like a little bit.
Yeah.
A what?
Wow.
Sorry. That's a Final Fantasy 14 reference. Only I appreciate that.
I'm
what
not
a nerd.
I thought it was going to be some sort of like Greek mythology that I hadn't heard of before. And then I was going to be like, ha, you do like history. But then I
don't know if Greek mythology.
Listen, anything that you can't get done in the first 13 tries.
If it happened, put a date on it.
It doesn't. It's not like dateable, but it's.
You're
like,
telling me I can't date Hitler date?
Wow.
It was a prominent religion in history.
Valid.
So
is that history or religionology?
Undateable.
Theology.
If semantics.
She did call me
it
undateable.
is technically theology, but.
So I'm right still.
Where else has theology?
I forgot we play games. I'm going to be bullshitting for the rest of the day.
Welcome to Just Yap About It. Yeah.
True. Yeah, tell me about theology, Damien.
Yeah, God Emperor,
I fucked with that guy. I dab him up every day.
He's kind of old.
In the grim dark future, I still hate Shakespeare.
That does make me so sad, but it's okay. I understand.
She's crying, Phil.
Like
you did this.
We're going to a Shakespeare play
tomorrow.
Also, but to be fair, Phil, if you did like Shakespeare, I'm sure you would take me sometimes. They never take me to see Shakespeare.
Wow.
You want to go to Shakespeare?
I do. I want to go so bad.
Dude, I will take you.
This is just like Red Lobster in Ohio.
It is.
If it makes you feel any better, they don't take me to Shakespeare either.
Dude, we should just go without them.
You hate Shakespeare, Phil.
Well,
I know. So So to be fair, it's a courtesy that they're doing, but they still
you know who I hate.
Sorry, go off.
The arch
but dibs on the recap.
I don't have a whole lot of knowledge on the topic that I'm about to talk about.
Shakespeare.
No, the fall of Cadia.
Oh, I know all about that.
Oh, okay, all right.
So at kind of one of the main egresses of the Eye of Terror in our galaxy was a planet called, and I'm saying was because the planet doesn't exist anymore.
Wow, spoiler alert.
Planet called Cadia. And Cadia was kind of like the primo planet for Imperial Guard. The entire planet does nothing but train Imperial Guardsmen and defend against any kind of entity that would come out from the Eye of Terror.
How does a planet like that fall? Choose one
down.
Hey,
there's no
gravity.
Down in space.
Yeah, gravity.
Well, they're on a planet.
The kind of like main leader of the Traitor Legions, this guy known as, why can I not fucking remember his name?
Abaddon the Despoiler.
Thank you, Abaddon the Despoiler.
That's a wild name.
I wish I had a title. The Despoiler sounds. What would I? Never mind. The Despoiler.
Wesley the Wide.
Wow, did he just call you fat?
No, he called me wide.
There's a difference.
Abaddon the Despoiler is one of the few, if not perhaps the only, member of the Traitor Legions who has the authority to kind of muster all of the Traitor Legions. Mostly just because of his power. He is very, very feared. He does not have any specific chaos deity that he aligns to, like the Death Guard who aligned to Nurgle or the Thousand Sons who aligned to Tzeentch. He is all about chaos undivided.
He also hates math.
He probably also hates math.
My man.
Yeah,
so,
sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say he very specifically shuns the dark gods. And they keep trying to tempt him back, which is why he has his powers, is that he does not want to put his trust into the dark gods because he saw what happened, what they did to his Primarch, Horus. They saw that he felt that the dark gods had twisted him and made him fall. And that's why he's pissed at the dark gods and refuses, sort of like, Joseph and I in our long grudges. His has lasted 10,000 years. So he's got us a little bit. But yeah, he gets his powers because the dark gods keep trying to lure him to them, and he's like, "How about you go screw yourselves? I'm not into this."
He musters a attack force and heads his way into the Cadian system. I believe he is using Blackstone fortresses for this attack. Yes. Which are just massive ancient vessels.
Okay. Cool.
Ridiculously powerful. They're fucking monstrous to try and fight, and he musters several of them to start to assault this planet. I believe it all started, though, with the Death Guard. Typhus started moving from planet to planet in the same general system as Cadia, and started infecting everyone with pox to try and draw forces away from Cadia to some of these other planets to try and deal with this demon incursion. And so while that's going on, Abaddon descends upon Cadia and starts fucking shit up. The Cadians are trying to give like a really good last stand, and I think even the Eldari come in at some point and try and prevent Abaddon from destroying this planet.
They do. It's in the mobile game.
Today's sponsor.
The Eldari.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, this is the 13th Black Crusade is what he's embarked upon. He's tried 12 times and he's trying to march towards Terra.
Yeah.
Can you remind me about who Typhus is?
Typhus is a member of the Death Guard. He is the one who actually ushered his whole legion to Nurgle.
Okay.
He's a thick boy.
He is.
He is massive. Like his model is.
He's pretty chunky. His whole lore, I'll just kind of recap it really quick. Basically, the Primarch, Mortarion, does not like Psykers because Psykers fucking used and abused him when he was on his home planet, after demons launched Primarchs everywhere. Well, guess what? Typhus is a Psyker. So what Typhus does is when they're trying to, during the Horus Heresy, Typhus kills off all of the Psykers on their ship. And Mortarion's like, we don't have any fucking Psykers. How am I supposed to get to where we're trying to go? And then Typhus is all like, I could help. So Mortarion, pissed, is like, well, one, fuck you for being a Psyker. But two, fine, lead us there. So then Mortarion brings them into the warp, right into the hands of Nurgle. And their entire legion gets infected with pox. But Typhus, of course, gets blessed with the Destroyer Hive. Kind of like within his own form. It's, locusts and Nurgle flies and shit crawling around through his body.
Like Candyman.
Ew.
Exactly like Candyman.
Thank you. Bill gets my reference.
Anyways, Typhus.
Thank you. I was like, I know we talked about him, and I know his name is important.
Bugs.
It used to be Typhon when he was a captain in the Death Guard before the Horus Heresy. But then once he fell to Nurgle, he became Typhus.
I love that trope.
Me too.
It's one of my favorites.
The Lord Vader, arise.
Yeah, like I like when people are like, I'm a new person now because I'm bad. Here's my new name.
I fought with your father in the club.
You're like that one guy in the Bible, except the opposite.
You know my father.
Paul and Saul.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the other Bible story, Jacob and Israel.
Oh, yeah, that too.
The other reason that Cadia is important is because of these Blackstone monoliths, I believe is what they were called, scattered throughout its system. The Blackstone does not, but basically it's like anti-warp.
Oh, cool.
So no like warp shenanigans can like interact with Blackstone.
So it's essentially like a blank?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Cool.
Like a rock, but a blank. A blank rock.
Yeah. They called them the pylons, and they didn't know where they came from. They didn't know what their history was, but they hummed. Like you could hear a audible hum, and they just knew that they worked towards keeping back the warp.
Yeah.
They talk about that briefly in, is it Xenos or is it Malleus? I think it might be Malleus. Am I making that up?
It's so crazy that you're a Warhammer nerd now.
I'm not. I literally have read just the one trilogy.
That's more than a lot of people.
Well, sure. And I don't want to say I'm not a Warhammer nerd. It's more just like I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah, you're a novice.
Yeah, like a little baby.
A greenhorn.
I believe, though, that they end up we as the audience end up finding out that it's of Necron origin.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Indeed.
Really?
And I believe the reason that they find out is because the one, the only, the GOAT, Trazyn the Infinite, shows up.
His friend was the Divine.
His best of friend, yes.
Frenemy.
Trazyn shows up. He throws a bunch of his Pokeballs to release a bunch of the stuff from his library to try and help out with the whole fight and everything. And he helps to activate these pylons. And the Eye of Terror starts shrinking ever so slightly, which is fucking wild because the Eye of Terror has existed for untold millennium. So Abaddon ends up successfully breaking the planet, and you'll know a bunch of guardsman players who will say, the planet broke before the guard did. Yeah.
Wait, that's kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie.
That is sick.
I'm about to play the guard.
The guard, did a valiant stand, but ultimately Abaddon won, destroyed the planet, and broke these pylons. And that is now why the galaxy is bisected. Because once those pylons were removed, the Eye of Terror streaked across the entire galaxy, cutting it pretty much in half. So you've got like the side that has Holy Terra, and then like what do they call that? Like the Dark Imperium?
Imperium Nihilus.
Imperium Nihilus, that is cut off from
Holy Terra.
I looked it up. It is in Malleus. It's before the fall of
Cadia, though. I was going to say the stories that you read happened before the Cadia fell. So
yeah. Okay. Cool.
Did you say I don't know?
Sounds so familiar. Why do I know? Yeah.
Did you say how Abaddon broke the planet?
I actually don't know.
Oh, I do.
Bill does.
I do.
Yeah.
Tell us.
So when they activated the pylons, it started to turn the tide of the battle because the Abaddon and the Black Crusade were just like rampaging through Cadia, and there was like a mixed match of a ton of different people that were like Space Wolves, Dark Angels, like you name it, they were there basically, defending and trying to hold Cadia, because Cadia was the defense against the dark forces in the Eye of Terra. So they knew it was important to hold, and but Abaddon was winning the battle, and then Trazyn came in and was like, "Hey, let's do something about this, because this doesn't seem cool. I'm interested in keeping this around." And the tide started to turn, and Abaddon was like, "Nah, dog, that ain't gonna happen." And he drove one of the Blackstone fortresses into the planet, which caused the planet to literally break apart and fall apart. It was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. Also, an interesting fact about Trazyn being there, he actually brought back, there were some people that like came back from his collection, including Inquisitor Greyfax. She was like being held by Trazyn for many like centuries. And she ended up coming back because he was like, I don't know, he either released her or like something happened, and Saint Celestine showed up, and Greyfax has this like hard on for trying to like take down Celestine, thinking that she's like an apostate and like probably a demon, and she's like, "I'm gonna prove that you're the demon and not the Emperor's person." And Celestine's like, "Come on, dog, it's cool, I like you, you're good." And Greyfax is like, "Yeah." So
Inquisitors are wild. They're so
Inquisitors are nuts. Absolutely nuts. But yeah, and then a little bit of a spoiler alert, as the planet's breaking up, they or at the end of like the book that talks about the fall of Cadia there, which is actually not the fall of Cadia. The fall of Cadia, the book that recently came out, is they go back to Cadia afterwards. But anyway, the fall of Cadia, they at the end there, Trazyn, it's assumed that Creed, who was like the head of the Cadian forces, it was assumed that he died in the attack and in the battle. But at the end, you see that Trazyn is basically like putting him up on his shelf in like one of his displays, that he captured like a bunch of things from there, including Creed, who is now currently in Trazyn's collection.
Trazyn's so cool.
What an asshole.
Yeah, he's a real asshole, but he's also like hilarious in that he's just like, he's like, well, I mean, if it's gonna go to waste, why not just like waste not, want not, take you into my collection?
That does make sense. That is a magic card. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Trazyn will spend centuries fine-tuning the position of like an orc's fingers, so that then he can like get the battle just right for his like stasis locked display of a battle. And we're not talking about like miniaturized scale. No, we're talking like actual orcs with actual weapons on an area that is like kilometers wide.
Could a depressed person do this? That's all I can think about.
Just building dioramas.
He's building dioramas.
He is the proxy for the actual like war gamers.
I guess he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are him.
He's the POV
Him or we.
Hobbyist in the 41st millennium.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Cadia. Wild shit.
Cool stuff.
Yes, it is.
Who wants to recap?
Me. I want to recap. Can I recap?
Yes.
Wait, first, Wesley, shut up.
Oh,
there we
heard
go.
it!
Not only
Yeah!
oh, because you didn't have it in the thing, bro.
Let's go. No, it's in the thing.
Yeah, but it wasn't last time.
I think it was.
It was
wasn't
not.
He always has.
Maybe it's just that you actually shut up this time, Wesley. Wesley, I talk over Phil's cool can opens.
No, I actually do have a theory. I think your microphone, it probably has some sort of like
Pop filter.
Yeah, like for real.
Oh, I see what you did there.
But like so that it's picking up only like voices. So when you tell everybody to be quiet, and then there's like you're quiet, we're quiet, there's no noise happening. I think it doesn't pick up the can sound because it's like, oh, nobody's talking. I'm not supposed to pick up anything. But this time, you were talking a little bit while you opened the can, and I think that was enough for us to be able to hear it.
Gotcha. So I need to shush Wesley and then go,
immediately.
Shush. Watch this.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice. Okay. That's fair. Yeah. See, what you're telling me is my mic is too smart for my own good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Smarter than any of us here.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Smarter than me is not hard, but
dude, the AI, it's coming for us.
Not in the 41st
millennium.
You know where it doesn't have AI?
Damn.
Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's my turn to interrupt that smooth transition. Apparently, AI like has trouble with counting how many R's are in the word strawberry. I saw that recently.
Yeah.
Really?
It also can't. I think it also has trouble with very basic math sometimes.
Yes.
Yep.
Because I guess the way that it like reads the prompt is it like tokenizes words. And so it doesn't ever actually see the word strawberry. It sees a number.
Nope.
Associated to the word strawberry.
Gotcha. You can tell it. Okay. I think you can circumvent that issue if you tell it to spell strawberry and then ask how many R's it just gave you. But
okay.
Yeah. AI is interesting.
It's wild.
It's neat. I'm taking an AI course right now.
Really?
Fancy.
Nerd.
Or are you?
Dude. You roll dice. You have a fucking podcast, bro. Get off me.
He does?
I am a creator. I'm not a nerd. I have a god complex, bro. I'm
Wesley won't be happy until no one has a job.
Except for me.
Except for him, the AI master.
Call me the puppeteer.
Master of puppets.
Yeah. Call him May, the master of AI.
May. That's kind of sick. Not like, Phil, hey, you got a job, bro. When I rule the world.
Yes. I'm the official namer of things.
Dude, I was actually on my last team notoriously bad at naming things. That was like a thing that was known about me. Which is kind of fucked up.
That's wild.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's pretty
what do you mean?
Normal for our table.
What do you mean by that?
Suck at naming things.
Name one time I named something poorly. You can't.
You named me the official namer of things.
Wait, Wesley, name our team right now.
The Roleplay Rejects. Oh, this team?
Yeah. Our like Imperium Maledictum team.
The squad, but it's SKAWD. Sorry, WAD. Squad. You like it, kind of.
I do.
See?
You just added an R to star, and I just took an E off of gore. So.
Speaking of adding and subtracting things, the motherfucking recap. Last time, we came back and then
subtracted from the population of this world. Am I right?
Hey, Alara joined the crew. She was like, "Hey, what the fuck happened?" And we were like, "Dude, we killed this dude." And then Drusilla was like, "Yeah, but then they actually disappeared in blue flames." And we were like, that's never gonna come up again. And then we went back to the first. Well, and also like Alara kind of shit on us because she was like, "Why didn't you just kill the first guys you met?" And we were like. And then we went back to
there's still time.
It's not too late. We went back to the gang green gang, and we were like, "Hey, I got the head, but not really. Here's just a scrap of flesh and his hammer his axe with a candle on it. Can we go through now?" And they're like, "Yeah, hold on, let me check this out." And they expected it for like a day, not really a day, but it took fucking forever. And then we got through, and then we went to the wall, and there was a door on the wall, and I got kind of confused about the mapping, and then everyone was like, "Shut up, you're stupid." And then so we got to the door. And then there was these two guys that were like, going outside? You got face masks, and most of us didn't. But we all had rags. And we went outside, and they were like, hop on our train that floats. And then we saw these like ghosts in the sand. They're not really ghosts, they're dead, but like the magnetic sand still puppeteers their bodies. AI. And then we found the train we're going to rob. Heist. And then we were like, whoa. And then we saw the Galvanized, and they were like, get them, girls. And they started shooting at us. And then we're about to fuck them up or get fucked up by them.
I'm pretty sure we started shooting them. And they were heisting the train, and then we were going to counter heist them.
Yeah. Okay, who's on the recap, Phil? Huh?
I don't know. Get someone who knows what they're talking about.
Someone who knows what they're talking about. You know what? Never mind. Unemployed when I rule the world.
Listen, if I could step on Damien's toes when he's trying to give a lore dump, I could step on your toes when we were trying to do a replay.
A replay dump. And here we are on this boat car sand vessel ramming into this other vessel that's heisting this train that we're gonna heist.
You forgot about the important part. What happened to the train?
Oh yeah, that shit got. Oh yeah, Drusilla. She was like, you know when you're playing, what's that game with the sniper Elite?
Yeah,
and you make a really far shot and it goes in slow motion and shit.
Yeah, and it shows you their skeleton.
Yeah. Drusilla did that on the fucking driver, and then it blew up. The driver blew up, the vessel blew up, and then the train blew. No, but like their vessel swerved into the train, which fell and then blew up, and now they're all dead.
Well, I don't think it blew up.
Nothing
collapsed.
Yeah,
and that's kind of exactly where we ended it off. You all,
and I purgated at the end of last session.
Yes, you did.
Everywhere.
Okay,
you need to keep that to yourself.
Very important because I have 4, not 6 things.
So you made me ink. That's what I think every time you
me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Twins.
Finding Nemo.
This truck crashed into part of the mag rail and caused the section that it crashed into to completely collapse over. The train then collapsed down, smashed into the sand itself. And you can see crates just falling off of this train, kind of scattering the area around you. On the other side of the train, there is still one truck filled with galvanized gang members. The vessel that you are in then pulls around and kind of underneath these mag rails. The mag rails are like elevated. So goes underneath the mag rails and off to the side where now you can see a truck still with galvanized, actually currently getting out. You're seeing that some of them have these packs on that almost look like a rocket engine of sorts. Just attached to their back with these other smaller like thrusters on either side, probably for stabilization while traversing the air. They each seem to have some kind of a bomb associated to them. But the other thing that you notice is leaping out of the car are two cyber mastiffs.
Listeners, they're dogs.
No.
They're dogs. You remember when you played Resident Evil 4 and you fought dogs for the first time? That's how I feel right now. I hate dog enemies in video games.
These are dogs in name alone. Sure, they run around on 4 legs, and sure, the host body was a dog at one point.
But same.
But they have been augmented ridiculously. Most of their limbs are completely removed and replaced with robotic pieces. And instead of having paws at the bottom of these robotic pieces, they're blades.
Whoa.
Most of their teeth have been replaced with metal serrated pieces. And some of them don't even have any organic eyes. It is simply just a face covering that looks like it's more for ramming than it is for anything else.
That makes me really sad.
Is it still a dog brain or a human brain?
Dog brain.
Dog brain.
That makes me really sad.
Yeah. But if it makes you feel better, the dogs committed crimes against humanity before they were sentenced to become servitors. So,
really,
they pooped on.
No, I made that one up, but that would be funny if it was. Human servitors are sometimes prisoners, like who committed crimes, and they're like, "We sentence you to become a servitor."
Dude, in that book, I've only read the first couple of chapters of. Someone got sentenced.
Akatar?
No, I've read more of that than Witchbringer. Witchbringer?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Witchbringer.
Which?
Someone, if at the school of Psyker, the Psyker school at Hogwarts, if you fuck up, you can just become an elevator switch, and the rest of your existence is just calling the elevator down and up.
Oh my god!
Isn't that fucking awful?
Yeah.
That
maybe that's why I read that book so slow. Like sometimes they say shit, I'm like, God damn.
That is Aries' dream. That's like how he wants to go. He'll be so useful for eternity.
But you're still like, the Psychers are still like kind of there, you know what I mean? That's awful.
How is that any different from working a 9 to 5?
Because you get off when you're working a 9 to 5. You don't get off when you're in an elevator button.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
When people aren't pressing the button.
Yeah, but you're still there.
You're just on call.
It's like being on call.
No, it's not.
Yes. It's exactly what
you
being
sleep
on call
when you're
is.
on call.
Where else can you get this?
No, you don't.
Social commentary.
That's what I'm trying to. I want to roll dice now.
Yeah, we're in initiative. They're obviously going to be trying to murderize you.
Let's
no
go.
shot at dog is faster than me.
Maybe. Dogs are pretty fast. Mastiffs, dude, they're beautiful dogs though. They're usually really big, like chunky boys.
Big.
Yeah, like
bigger than me.
Bigger than Misty.
Oh yeah, these. I mean, we'll have pictures to show the scale of these dogs next to a normal person, but they are bigger, like by a pretty substantial amount.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, if you would like to place one of your minis next to one of these dogs, they're bigger than people.
I would say about the same.
Imagine Clifford, the big red dog. That's probably about right.
Yeah, but now cybernetically augment him, and that's what you're fighting.
That's wild.
I do just want to remind you all that you still have access to the heavy stubbers on the
oh yeah, that's
on the
right.
platform.
I'd be thumping.
And they also have heavy stubbers on their vehicle.
That's less cool.
So
no shot. You remember this? Do you remember what I got last time I rolled Iron Limb?
Did you burn a fate point for it?
No, I talked about doing that.
Okay.
Was it like 115 or something?
I have a 6 next to Iron Limb, but I feel like that can't be right.
That might be right.
But what if it's wrong? And our listeners are like, wow.
Wait,
they were wrong one time.
Rolled a 6?
No, I have a 6 written next to Iron Limb.
That sounds about right, because you would be trying to roll under a 95, so you would have just needed a 30.
But you think my modifier is 6?
Yeah. That's not out of the realm of possibility.
But what if that's wrong?
Okay, did you want to re-roll it?
No. I'll keep the 6.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry, listeners. Sorry, everyone. Sorry for wasting your time.
We're trying not to die today.
That means I do get advantage on my axe, right? Yes. Because my strength is
Ooh.
6.
Also, do we get advantage for being the ones disrupting the heist? The superiority.
For superiority?
Superiority is not advantage.
Yeah. What is superiority?
We get +1 success level
Good enough.
on any one thing once per turn. Everyone
So-
gets it.
At this point in time, yes, you all would have superiority in this combat.
So complex.
Let's kill him.
All right. Does anyone beat a 9 for initiative?
I actually have 12.
I am
Guess
a
the
7.
dogs are going to be going first.
Who would have thunk?
They leap out of the back of the vehicle and incredibly fast, probably as fast as these trucks were. They could have ran alongside it if they wanted to. Rushes up, and they both leap onto the platform that you are all on, onto this vehicle. And they're gonna fucking bite you.
You're gonna go attacking.
There are 2 people on heavy stubbers. I believe Ares was one, and there was one other.
Phil.
Me.
And Gore.
Sorry, Gore.
So we're gonna go after you 2.
Don't dox me, man.
This is a melee
my
attack, and because you would be needing 2 hands to man the heavy stubber, I don't believe that you'll be able to dodge these.
Man, I wish I defended for him. That's what I should have done when we were preparing.
We can't
Wait,
dodge the dog.
I just filled out for a second. Who's attacking? Who's going to
The
attack?
dog.
The dogs.
Yeah, but who?
But Ares.
Oh, you.
Gore.
Okay.
No,
Ares and Gore. You got one dog.
Both of us.
So one each.
It's actually one dog with two heads.
Man.
I was going to say Biburus, but Cerberus isn't Triburus.
Okay. Ares, that fails.
Yes!
And Gore. God damn it.
Mm-hmm. He wants to kill us, but
81 and then an 85. The dogs leap up, and as they're trying to bite into you, their legs actually slip out from the sand that has accumulated on this rig so far, and they slip to their sides, getting back up and baring their metallic, shiny teeth.
That sounds like something I would do.
My dog did that this morning. I threw a ball. She jumped off the couch and slid, and just like completely wiped out.
Oh no!
And I was like, "You poor thing!" And then she was like, "I got the ball though," and came right back. She was fine, but
Nice.
I felt bad.
All right. Who has initiative 7?
I do.
All right, you're up next.
I am gonna let my close combat friends take care of the dog and keep thumping away at the vehicle itself.
Okay. Its front is facing you, so it's got an armor of 10.
Okay.
What if I just pick it up and turn it around?
Well.
Will you remind me what the stats are on
Just
everything?
This is a ranged attack. So use your ranged attack modifier. I don't believe anyone has specialization
Gore does.
in ordnance.
Never mind.
Yeah, I have long guns. We decided it was ordnance.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I hit. Let's see, 2 levels of success.
Plus your
Even with your superiority? If you want to use it right now.
levels of success. I do want to use it. Thank
Okay. 3 levels of success plus the 8 damage that it normally deals brings us to 11 damage.
So it pierces.
One gets through.
It also has the penetrating 3 and rapid fire 4 associated to it.
I do want to use that rapid fire. I totally forgot that was an option.
And that's
I
like
will
an
write
extra
it down.
4 on there. Do keep in mind that vehicles work differently.
Oh, okay. I do not know how that works then.
Vehicles, they do not have wound score. Any attack that penetrates the vehicle armor causes a roll on the vehicle critical hit table.
The dings.
Each point of additional damage above the vehicle's armor adds +1 to this roll. So if you do the rapid fire, you're more likely to destroy or disable.
Cool. I would like to do that.
Okay, I think rapid fire adds so it's rapid fire 4. I think it adds the 4 as additional damage onto there, bringing you up to 15.
5.
That's 8 because of the penetrating 3 quality.
Cool.
So we'll go ahead and roll a d10, and then we're going to add 8 to it.
4. So 12.
12. Oh. Armor shattered. Reduce the vehicle's armor by 1d5 on either its front or side, wherever the attack hit. Okay, that's going to be 3 points of armor knocked off of this vehicle. It is down to only 7 points of armor in its front.
Nice.
Nice.
These are good cannons. Like I might take one home. Replace an arm.
That is your turn.
Okay.
Unless you're wanting to move.
Nope. I am just fine on my thumping.
Okay, and now we are moving on to the gangers. If I remember correctly, there should be 4 of them, not including the big guy.
These ones here?
4 of them with the jetpacks on their backs.
Oh, yes, there are 4.
Good. Okay, so they all have initiative of 7.
Same.
They activate their jetpacks and leap into the air. This is going to cause some difficulties when trying to shoot at them. Rather than the standard challenging check, it is going to be a difficult check to fire at them because they are in the air. And they start, all 4 of them, start blasting away, firing down at you all. So we're going to do 1 on each of you. So just to shake things up, we're going to start with Alara. And of course, why would they hit? Yes. Let's go ahead and go to Star. Fucking A.
Let's go.
Of course. Why would they hit?
Listen,
Gore.
they're unsteady.
Yeah, they're flying around.
God damn it. Ares.
These rockets.
Oh, there we fucking go.
Dang it.
Rip my goat.
Finally.
I spoke too soon.
I
It's
got
a good thing they hit our healer.
got 50 something, 80 something, 80 something. And then I finally got you at 15, which
Okay.
is going to be 3 levels of success on their pistols.
Okay.
And hold on. There it is. On their pistols, that's going to be 6 plus their success levels. So that is
9.
8. Oh, yeah, 9.
Oh.
That is 9. That is exactly my wound threshold.
Not enough to go over.
So I am at 0.
All right.
All right.
9 points of damage, fires into hit location number 5. Do keep in mind that you might have armor and would be able to reduce some of the damage.
Yes. My right leg, I can reduce one of those. Look at me. 1 health point. I'm invincible. Let's go.
That is their turn, and now we move on to initiative 6.
That's fucking me.
Me.
I swing at a dog with advantage.
All right.
With the axe, the candle axe, the cax, if you would.
Okay.
It's a big cax.
I think it's more of like andal,
I'm happy.
where the A comes from the axe, not the candle.
Did you?
What did you
get it?
say? You said,
I called it.
What did you
I called
say?
it an andal. I called it an andal instead
andal?
of a cax,
Instead of a cax. No,
Yeah. Where the A comes from the axe.
no, I understand. I understand linguistically what you're saying. Like, let's be real. I went to school.
I don't think anyone understands what I'm saying linguistically.
I got 11. But with
11.
advantage, I can make that 11.
Nice.
Oh yeah, perfect.
That is a critical,
Yeah, it
and
is.
you are hitting one of these dogs.
Yeah.
Okay. 11 hit location 1. That is the head, I believe.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
I don't know if I can, man.
how much damage did you end up dealing then?
This axe is 4 damage, if you would.
Plus your 6 from
Plus my
your
6.
arms.
It's 10 plus
Strength.
success levels.
Remember, you have +1 success level.
4, 3, 2, 1. 5. 15?
15. Yeah.
is
Also,
more than 13,
I
by the
did
way.
just realize that it doesn't really matter. They have a critical wounds threshold of 0. So any critical wounds would just murder them. Go ahead and please, in grisly detail, describe your kill.
I wanna kill it.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah. I feel a little
Okay.
weird
Too-
discussing it.
too much.
Okay,
in too much
that's fair.
detail. He is fucking dead, though. It's
He-
this one.
Thump.
Yeah.
Remember, instead of Abaddon the spoiler, you're Wesley the dog killer,
Got that dog in me.
Oof.
the dog slayer.
true.
Genuine question: do we not want any description associated around that?
Yeah, it
yeah.
makes me sad.
Yeah, I don't mind
Okay.
fighting the dog enemies. I don't want to like describe their deaths.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. Cool. That one has been dispatched. Who is next?
Me again, and then me.
Oh, okay.
That's how it works. You just say it. I can go, or Alana.
Either way, I'm just gonna try and use my pistol. So if you want to try and do something cool with the gun that you're using right now,
Yeah, I think I'm still gonna try to. I'm gonna try to take out the truck again, like Ares did, so that we don't have to worry about it. That would be good.
If I throw my axe, is that still weapon skill?
So
Yeah.
I think Gore would probably yell out, "You guys take care of these dogs. I've got this truck with Ares."
technically thrown things is ranged.
Yeah.
It's the specialization I have, so
Oh.
I can't like not.
There we go.
I'm
All
running
right.
away.
Okay.
So Gore, if you'd like to roll your stiff.
Yeah, here we go. Ranged attack over here. Okay, I am going to spend a fate point because I
Oh,
rolled
no.
a 98
Ooh.
on that one.
Oh,
Wow.
hold please.
Oh yeah.
We have something to discuss.
Fumbles.
Hello, hi.
No.
How's it going? It's me, your Godmaster.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Hey.
So
Oh my God.
we
mother.
have been kind of running it with the fate points reset each mission. However, technically that's not how Imperium Maledictum
Oh, I
runs.
didn't think it ran that way. I'm at 0 right now.
It's actually supposed to be each session that your fate points refresh.
What?
Mhm.
Let's
go! So-
Hold on.
For the duration of this campaign, we are going to have each session our fate points reset. Do keep in mind that the standard play presumes that we would be playing for more than just an hour or two at a time, probably more like a 4-hour chunk, where then fate points would be a little bit more substantial. I think it's fine. We will try with this form.
It's okay. I've already burned one, so I've only got 2. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference.
There we fucking go.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm to 3 because I have 4 because I'm fated with one of my talents.
Oh.
Pretty cool like that.
There we go.
Lucky.
But yeah, so those pink dice are not going to get rolled again. We're going to go with some fun little green ones.
Dang it. I liked the pink dice.
Me too, but then they decided to stab me in the back.
You have to roll through the bad to get the good.
You think so?
Mhm.
I think so.
I agree.
I don't know.
Not when it rolls 98. That's when they're like
But maybe that's like you just got through the crust of the bad, and you would start rolling well if only you stayed true.
99% of
good.
gamblers quit before their big win.
They deserve dice jail. Don't listen to them.
No, dice jail is
Use
too
your green
easy.
one.
Eat them.
So your guys' interpretation of dice is that they're like Sour Patch Kids, where they're sour but then sweet.
If you really want
My
to get
interpretation is like that they're like fruit, where if they're bad, and you gotta like toss them, otherwise they're gonna ruin everything else.
my true interpretation of dice is that every character you have has a preferred dice set, and you will not roll well until you find that set.
Oh,
I like
that's cool. I like that.
For me,
That
it's
is an
just karmic
excellent
knowledge.
excuse to buy more dice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I like
yeah.
that.
But he used the
I'm
fate
down. That's
point.
a great. Yeah, that's great. All right, yes. Use the fate point. Here we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. I rolled an 18. Thank
Nice.
you.
But if you had advantage, could have made it an 81.
Oh, you're right. I could have made it an 81. Shoot, I wish I had advantage. 18. So that's going to be 4 levels of success on my range, plus an additional one because of having the superiority complex.
Okay.
So
So
Yes.
It's not
5.
complicated. I'm superior.
It's 5 plus the 8.
plus the rapid fire.
13
Plus the rapid fire
plus
is
4 is 17. I beat him.
And plus, then we have, isn't it also penetrating and
penetrating
the armor's
3.
now?
And his armor's down.
So,
5.
God damn it, Matt.
It's penetrating 6 effectively because he lost 3 armor. Right?
I think
don't do that.
just let him math it out.
I'm gonna
17. That down. 13 points over. Roll a d10.
5. You forgot
Rolled
to carry that.
5.
I'm just kidding. Oh, that was right.
The 5?
Yeah, that was weird.
All right. 5 plus the 13 is 18. So on 16 plus, destroyed. The vehicle is destroyed outright, quickly becoming an inferno. Everyone inside takes 1d10 plus 10 damage to a random hit location and suffers the ablaze condition.
Dude.
There
your
is-
shit?
Got him.
Hazard.
Yeah, I had the same thought.
It's a minor hazard.
Okay.
That will never not be funny.
You fire into it, and Ares' initial volley managed to crack the front engine compartment. And your volley goes right into that crack and penetrates through into the engine where all the promethium is, completely igniting it. And at first, what you're seeing is that fire erupts directly up and into the cockpit of this vehicle, as then you are seeing a hand trying to reach out as the flesh drips off of it. And from the back, as the flame continues to lick through the cabin, an explosion causing the entire top of the cockpit to blow open, and one of the people sitting in the back of the truck is launched off and is effectively out of combat, because even though he can take 2 critical wounds before dying, you've already dealt 1 to him, and then he has the ablaze condition, which means he's going to take damage next on his next turn, causing him to die.
And he's got to take fall damage.
True.
Possibly also fall damage. You all gain +1 superiority.
Even though it's the
Nice.
spring.
Wait,
Should've made it.
so does that mean that we get plus
3?
2
2 success levels. Yes.
success levels?
+2 success levels to 1 roll per turn per player.
That's
so
wild.
3 total.
No.
No.
Dang. Math is not my thing today.
It's because you heard plus. It's now at 2. We get
Okay.
2. Yeah, 2
We're at
osmosis
2.
and gold. Yeah.
From now on, all math has to be done by Wesley since he's the only one that likes it.
Dude, everyone likes math. They just don't know it.
No.
I disagree.
You're wrong.
Yeah, everyone disagrees with you.
You're all wrong.
Everyone hated that.
That was Gore's turn. Who's next?
Me. I'm just gonna shoot because there's
Okay.
In
still
a
one
cool
dog.
way. You don't just shoot. You're doing a cool shoot.
Yeah, you're shooting sideways.
Oh yeah, kill shot.
No, it was not a cool shot.
You should shoot sideways.
Yeah. No.
Nope. Shot goes a little bit wide. Maybe because this dog, as you were lining up your shot to fire, the dog slipped and kind of like slipped under where you were aiming, and your shot goes just a little bit wide. I will be rolling for Drusilla, who is here in spirit.
She's not dead.
She had to go to Mars.
I was about to say R.I.P., but no, that's not. That's going to confuse people.
Oh. Oh, maybe I should roll for you guys more often. 11.
Hey, same.
Yeah.
Hey.
And
Good
she
job, Drusilla.
lines up the shot and dispatches this cyber mastiff.
Thump.
You are now cleared of enemies, at least on your guys' little sand strider thing.
I'm going to
DITD.
put another volley into the blaze. Just because
it's not your turn.
I like this gun.
Wait,
I thought we were out
it
of
is your
combat.
turn.
No, we
No.
are still in combat.
Oh.
There's 4 people in the air firing down.
Oh
at you
yeah,
all.
that's right.
It is
I
your
mean-
turn, though.
I mean, I guess you technically could do that. This is a
If that's what you want to do, man.
free galaxy.
The
It
free
is-
Imperium.
It is
Not
new
bad.
And
round.
Imperium Maledictum.
Back to the
It is
top.
most certainly not a free Imperium. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
not that free.
I just was trying to make it make sense, but it doesn't.
Yes, Wesley.
Oh. I want to say this, but I don't want to. I can't say this. Listeners, shut up. It's going to sound like I'm telling people how to play their turn. I just want to remind people that this is an option. That the Doompas have volley and spread.
Oh,
I just want everyone to remember they can do that.
I would like to spread.
Now in Discord, people are going to be like, wow, I can't believe Wesley's telling Joseph how to play his turn. Shut up, dude. You smell like shit. Sorry, go ahead.
Your new nickname is Wesley the Puppet Master.
I
Call me
think
Mai.
reminding people about rules that only apply in one scene.
It's literally my special trait.
I love it.
It's
Thank
my
you.
passive ability.
Yeah, but also like
on the character
I would
sheet.
like to point out that nobody in our Discord has ever been a butthead like that.
Dude,
so-
fucking wah messaging me every day. At me on our public Discord server that you should join. It's totally cool. We have a totally cool community.
I'm right here, Wesley. I'm right here.
And he goes, Wesley sucks.
Nah, but like our Discord community is really cool. Is
Yeah.
all I'm saying. Like
Pretty tight.
don't feel like it's not.
Good
No, yeah, they're
names.
sick. They're sick. Good vibes. Good vibes, bad smells. That's
Lots
our motto.
lots of painting. Lots of painting pictures.
Yeah, people
Which
go
I
crazy.
appreciate.
People are creative as hell. I should start taking pics of like my software development.
Your code.
Just my code
Yeah,
block.
take pictures of your code.
Yeah.
I mean, it's arts and crafts, right?
Yeah, it is.
Should send pictures of my nails because that's the
You
only
should.
thing I've been.
I should also
painting
send pictures of my nails.
consistently
But make sure
lately.
it's your fingernails and not your toenails. 'Cause that shit can't be free.
Exactly.
Speaking
Only
of free,
Ew.
the Thumpas. What are these called? These
But
fucking
join our
black-
Patreon.
heavy
That's where
hitters.
seed picks are.
True.
So I am spreading from the blaze up.
Okay.
So I'm trying to center it on one of these fly boys, but I do want to hit the truck at least once still. I know that the
Okay.
spread doesn't work that way, but I want to aim at the fly boy and maybe get the truck.
You are continuing firing at the
Yes.
truck as you're starting to arc up to hit everybody
Yeah,
else.
you get it. I'm following the recoil. I'm just
Yeah.
letting it take me up.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Is spread separate attacks on each target?
Look at me like I'm the guy, bro.
Yeah,
We got
Wesley,
the-
it's on your
the cheat
character
sheets.
sheet. I rolled terribly.
But remember, you still have
Is it
an
not?
extra little bit, so you might not have rolled as badly as you thought.
An extra
Plus
2.
2 success levels.
Yeah, I still missed.
Okay.
Oh,
I
rip.
sometimes people are really good at like a skill, and then even if the roll looks bad,
I
it
am
isn't.
not good at any combat.
I mean, same. I thought I had pretty good stats in my characteristics,
Wait,
and then we started playing.
Unless I can roll with tech. Am I allowed to roll with tech for this? I feel like we talked about that last time.
I think we chose tech or
because you're plugged in, right?
Something else.
Yeah. No, you're right. I'm pretty sure that's what we decided.
Okay,
you're rolling with tech.
I'm rolling with tech, which means I still fail, but only by 1 this time.
Well,
nice.
Does that mean you pass by 1 with the superiority?
No,
fail by 1.
I failed by 1 with the superiority.
Rip. Okay.
For those who give my words, greetings. Spread
parlance.
Oh,
thank you.
You're welcome.
But this ain't golf.
Parlance.
There ain't no par here. Spread. All creatures within immediate range of the target, other than the attacker, must make a challenging +0 reflex dodge test or suffer half damage from the attack.
Yeah. Suffer half damage, nerd.
Okay. So I have to roll dodge checks for each of them?
Mm-hmm.
But he missed.
Does it say I have to hit?
Oh, I guess not.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense if it's spread.
Yeah. Didn't hit that guy, but I hit that guy. Makes sense to me.
Doesn't pass.
Hey.
Doesn't pass.
Because it's like a shotgun.
Yeah.
How much
But
is the
not.
base damage of this? 8, so down to 4.
Down to 4. Yeah.
And I feel like if I were flying and there's something that may or may not come towards me, because like distance is kind of weird. Like there's a possibility that you would try and dodge that and then accidentally run into another one instead because you don't understand the depth. Anyway, yeah. I know you said that it's cool. I'm just trying to make it make sense in my brain, and it does.
Yeah.
The end.
All right, and that is the end of your turn?
Yes, sir.
Great. 2 of them are going to fly over to the back end of you out of the firing arc of your heavy stubbers.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm picturing these as like Mandalorians. Is that how they're flying?
That's
yeah, but instead of having like a nice sleek jetpack, they're like big, bulky
okay.
jet
like
engines.
Like Iron Man, the
original.
Yeah, like the original Iron Man. Like the one that he makes in the cave.
Iron Man built this.
I mean, okay. I guess it has that same kind of like aesthetic to it.
Yeah,
but it's not like they themselves are armored like that.
Oh, okay.
With the way they're shooting, I figure they're probably storm boys.
Daka.
Orc joke.
2 of them fly over behind you all and are trying to dispatch the 2 gunners who took out their rig.
Doesn't make any sense.
1 to
that
Ares.
Makes no sense.
Miss.
Good.
1 to Gore. Miss. God damn it.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
It's above 50 every time.
Through the
gotta keep on rolling.
Storm boys or storm troopers, am I right?
Ew.
And then the other 2 fly kind of higher up overhead, almost directly above your guys' platform, and they take something off of their waist and drop it down as you see 2 crack grenades falling.
Did we stop?
Say crack again.
Yes.
Yeah, you're stopped.
Everyone stopped.
We should start moving, because then those grenades will...
Oh, easy.
That's just science.
Yeah.
See, mathematics.
Science is better than math.
It's actually mathematics, because we don't have to move fast enough for them to miss.
Science is just applied mathematics.
Yeah, it's all math.
Okay.
Your truck is moving to Albuquerque at 50 miles per hour, and someone drops a crack grenade on it from 30 feet in the air.
How many cantaloupes do you have?
What time is it in Guam?
I know exactly what you guys are thinking. What the fuck is a crack grenade?
It sounds pretty selfish.
I know what that is.
Please.
No, I'll let you go. This
You're just trying to make sure that I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm just testing you.
Yeah. Basically, a fragmentation grenade is more for area. It's trying to, spread shrapnel throughout a large area to knock out more lighter armored entities. A crack grenade is kind of the opposite. It is meant for those hard targets. So as it's falling down, it penetrates into the hull slightly because it's like a heavier tip. And when it explodes, it's going to explode downward into the vehicle itself, possibly causing it to explode.
That's really cool.
But the blast is going to be large enough that you'll still probably suffer damage. It has the spread.
But wait, if it hits a person first, does it just explode on that person?
Yeah, and then our hull is fine.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Follow it.
I'm going to catch it.
Catch it with my body.
So these two fall and hit into the hull, unless someone wants to maybe roll a dodge to land underneath it.
Swing a bat and
kick it.
Actually, I don't know if I need to roll anything. No, I'm not going to roll anything.
I don't have a dodge.
So it is loud, penetrating 4, spread, thrown medium, and unstable.
I have a hide.
And this thing will only deal 12 damage.
Oh, nice.
So, into your guys' rig, into the unarmored part. 6, penetrating 4. That would be 10 damage into it. And...
Wait.
Okay.
What? I thought it was unarmored.
Your guys' rig?
Yeah.
Well, it's hitting from the top. It's got like some base level of armor.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. So the first one lands in, explodes, and ruptures the platform that you were all on, causing it to kind of like open up in certain spots as it like cracks and spreads open, and you're seeing some of the more internal components. And
have you ever been in a car where like the passenger seat is just rusted out that much that you can see the ground?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing.
It's super unsettling.
In my
I hate
first
when
car,
that
it was like that in the driver's seat.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
I'm glad you don't drive that anymore.
I mean, it was a really nice car.
'Cause
Like
she
as far
killed
as
that
like
car.
Damn it.
Like it was a great car. It
Oh,
just was a little rusty.
I was one away from destroying the vehicle.
Yippee, she
but
lives.
instead, it hits it's a mobility hit. So it hits the tracks and it reduces its speed by 1 step, causing it go from slow to immobile.
Okay, all right.
This other crack grenade seems to hit off to the side a little bit more and completely rips the track that is around the side of the vehicle, causing it to shatter and fall off. The crack grenades sound just like that.
I can't wait for Monster to sponsor us.
Honestly, they probably should.
Yeah, so that is their turn. Your guys' turn.
I'm getting off the boat.
I'm not. Thump, 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 thump.
Wait, you already went.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I know you're excited. That's what okay.
That's what I'm doing next turn.
Am I close enough to like?
Just letting you guys know.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Wait, I have a heavy fucking
coordinating.
Cannon. I'm not gonna use it though. Am I? How far is that?
The train?
Yeah, is it 1 movement distance?
To get to the base of the train, yes.
You place base? To like get there or get inside it?
So zone 1 is the platform that you're on. Zone 2 would be kind of like
the entire desert.
Well, the desert like between you and the train, so you can get right up next to the train. And then zone 3 would be in the rubble of the train.
I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but I have a smoke
just
grenade.
So crazy it might work.
I have a smoke grenade, so if I wouldn't even throw it. Like if I like pop it and I set it down, then we can pretend like
our ship is fucked. More fucked than it is.
And then in the like smokeness, we can run over to the train and like start setting up there and like taking cover and getting concealment and all that jazz.
I think it'll only work if we Naruto run there.
That's my default run.
The Area 51 run?
Yeah.
Because it says that the zone is heavily obscured, so it would make it look like the vehicle is like completely dead, and hopefully then they just assume that we are also dead.
But The ship would be the zone, so as soon as we popped out, they would know we're not dead. Because this is one zone, and then that's one zone.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Let me check the distance on it.
I can go the distance. I'll be there someday.
I can't believe you haven't listened to Cake.
From ITZY? I have heard that song.
No. Cake the band.
He's going the distance.
See, Phil knows about Cake.
Sorry, I've only seen Hercules.
He's all alone. All alone.
All alone in a time of need.
Yeah. Guys, when are we going to start the band?
Never.
The acapella group.
Phil is obviously the singer.
So am I.
That goes without saying.
Yeah.
Bassist.
I am based.
Yeah.
What are you?
Useless.
No, that's not.
I'll be tech crew. I'll be stage tech.
Wait, can we trade?
No.
You actually play bass.
Yeah. So
I guess.
this is a
I guess it
fictional
is
band.
just the zone.
Just throw two of them.
I don't have to.
Just cut it in half and then drop one half here.
There you go. Now you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're
I
thinking
mean,
of
if
portals. If you drop it and we all go.
if I throw it like under instead of keeping it inside, then it won't like get trapped in and maybe like spread out enough that it will at least be distracting so that we can go through. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Because it like
'Cause of the
air would
and
like
shit.
yeah, it's not gonna like completely conceal us like I was hoping, but
Have I told you guys my smoke bomb story?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh. So my dad was a diesel mechanic for a long time, and they have to check the trucks for holes. And before they had a fancy like LiDAR way to do that, they would just chuck a smoke grenade in the back of the truck to see if there was any smoke coming out of it. Right? To find holes in like refrigerator cars and that sort of thing. Anyway, they upgraded. They got the LiDAR things for his shop, but they had all these smoke bombs that needed a home. So we graciously took them in. And it was New Year's Eve, because I remember we went and hid in the igloo. So we set out like one of these smoke bombs, expecting it to be like a big little, thing. It's supposed to fill up one,
One car.
But it did a lot more than that. It covered like the entire street, like an entire city block, essentially.
No.
And then the cops came and and we're like driving slowly through the smoke, trying to figure out where it was coming from. And so we all went and hid in the igloo, which wasn't a great igloo. I call it that because that's what we, the kids, called it. We, the people. And, but it was big enough that like 3 or 4 of us could go and hide in it pretty much on top of each other, but we're hiding in it. And, just watch the cops go by and hid until they left.
That's
what you're trying to tell us is this plan will work flawlessly.
Yeah.
This was like close to your home. This was like right outside your home.
Yeah, right outside.
Why don't you just go inside?
Because the igloo was closer.
Yeah, fair, I guess.
The igloo was like 10 feet away from my front door, but it was closer.
Also, if you're the cops, where's the first place you're going to look?
Probably
the
not
house.
the igloo, you're right.
Not the igloo. You're going to look at that igloo and you're going to be like, what am I looking for? Eskimos? No.
A leprechaun?
Right?
Come on. Yeah.
That igloo, though, we brought a little tiny, like, crappy, like, Goodwill TV into there and, like, had an extension cord going from the house. It was a good time.
Wow.
Anyway.
You guys cool if we try that?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay.
You're grenades, queen.
All right.
And then I run.
Okay. And where are you running to? If you would like to mechanically run, you would be able to move another zone and get into the train rubble.
But she can't. She used her action on the grenade, no?
You used your action on the grenade. You cannot do that.
But she's running non-mechanically.
Yeah.
She's moving.
Okay. Go ahead
Automatically run.
and move over into the zone between I guess 3 vehicles, the train, the truck, and your guys' sand strider. is what I am now calling that vehicle.
The tri-state area.
A platypus.
Perry platypus. Okay. Who's next?
Those doo-doo heads are still flying. Can I move over there and then take cover? Is there like enough rubble between the destroyed vehicle and the train for me to like...
The zone between you all does not have the cover property.
Okay.
That's dumb. You telling me sand won't protect me from bullets?
But you can run.
I can run.
So you could go too.
Yeah.
This is why I hate sand. Of course, it gets everywhere.
I guess I could go too and then be in melee range of whoever's in the train car.
Mm-hmm.
What if they box me up? You're right. They won't. I'm him. I'm going to do that.
All right, here we
Will
go.
you put me in that train car? Is that the only... that from like the rubble that I see here, Wesley the person, that looks like the only like train car that isn't blown to rubble?
The other one does seem to have suffered a much worse fate. Yes.
Okay.
There are, so just for listeners and audience, there are 2 train cars. One, the lead train car, seems to have been much more heavily affected. All of its contents have been more or less scattered around the car itself, and kind of like crumpled in a bit from the impact. The rear car, it did still suffer quite a bit of damage and tilted over off of the maglev onto its side, but it's still more or less together. Not so much content has flown out.
Yeah, running that one.
Okay.
And I touch bases with whoever's in there, so he can't run away from me.
Roll an awareness check for me.
What if I just want to be unaware? I'm just kidding. It's perception, listeners. Ooh. I'm going to use a fate point.
Okay.
I got 95 on that roll,
Oof.
which is a lot more than I would like.
With advantage, that can be a 59.
Oh, true. The problem is I didn't use a dice tower I have. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a lot better. 26, which is one success level. But actually 3 success levels because I'm fucking superior to them.
Oh, you are
Also,
using...
with advantage, you can just turn it into a 62.
True. I don't want to use it. I'll keep the one.
Okay.
Okay. I hate DMs, man. It was just questioning your choices. You're like, you're drinking Monster? And I'm like, how do I die? Hit me with it.
So
this is a minor hazard that kills you.
Run into the train car and are unaware of the augmentically enhanced individual
But I won.
currently residing within. If you use superiority, you would have been able to see him.
Damn.
Ooh.
And he had a ready to action to smash you in the fucking face with this massive hammer that
shit.
actually
Nice.
doesn't look as big because his arms have been completely replaced with full augmetic arms. Not like Ares' arm where it's more for function,
Oh, this
but
one's
these
for
are
fashion.
beefy
Oh.
arms.
Not beefy, they're mine.
They're
Nah.
uh,
Biomass versus technomass. It's like whatever.
and I rolled a 33.
Okay. Do I roll nothing since I'm unaware?
You rolled nothing because you're unaware.
Well,
How many success levels is that?
A lot.
I do want to ask.
Yeah.
Why didn't you use it?
because I wanted to parry if I got hit on the enemy turn. I want to use it then.
Gotcha.
Rip.
I stand by.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
I wanted to know what
Yeah.
your thought behind that was, because
And you can still parry on their turn.
Yeah, that's why. That's the only time you can parry.
Is that?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm saying it's not helping with the hammer right now.
Yeah.
But it will help.
10
Wait,
points
is this
of damage.
the, is this the 40,000 Warhammer?
I'm gonna burn a fate so I don't take any damage.
40K
you.
engraved on the hammer.
Oh my god, it's the 40K Warhammer.
Let's get this. How many of them? I'm gonna burn a fate to not take damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Listeners, I'm gonna read the rule because I forgot it until yesterday. And by yesterday, I mean last recording. Spending fate, burning fate. Die another day? Is that the one? No. The Emperor protects. You completely avoid incoming damage by some unlikely chance. You suffer no damage or effects, but there is no guarantee you will survive later rounds. I have -1 permanent fate.
All right. He swings this Warhammer 40k towards your face, but as he is swinging it over, the sand that permeates this whole area seems to have locked into some of his like servos that actually allow him to move his arm, and it's just a hard stop, and he has to like strain to keep the hammer in his hands, and it is centimeters from your face.
Oof.
So,
Rookie mistake.
mistake.
You said everything what you just said up to sand, and I really thought you were gonna be like, he was like, my eyes. That's my turn. Yippee! And now we're in melee range.
And now you're in melee.
We're
range.
intimate.
Cool. Who's next?
I think Gore is gonna go, and
Gore's
he's gonna.
Can.
Yeah, so he's gonna hop off the side and pull out his combat shotgun and start making his way towards the train, shooting at those guys flying in the air.
Okay. So you would move then and off into the zone between. We have a hand raised.
Sorry, I know that guy was gonna bash my face. Then can you tell me what else is in the train when I enter?
Yeah, you're seeing that it's a bunch of like larger, padded kind of containers that have been more or less jostled within here. There's not a lot of, there's not like a whole lot of room in here, enough for like 4 or 5 people to kind of like huddle together.
Like an igloo.
Like an igloo. But there isn't any of these crates that have like popped open or anything,
okay.
So you're not sure exactly what's in them.
Is it just him?
It's just him in here. Yep.
Is he an elite enemy? I don't have that goal anymore, but part of me, my brain wants to go be like, don't come in here, guys. There's nothing in here.
He is an elite enemy.
There's nothing in here, guys. No, I'm just kidding. That explains the 10 damage that was coming from my face. Okay, I just want to know what else was in there. Thank you.
Yeah. His strength bonus is 5.
Okay, mine is 100. Actually, 100 billion.
Oh. Mine's 100 billion and 1. Infinite.
I can't wait till I kill him and get the Warhammer 40k hammer. Then I'll beat the game.
I know we've been memeing about it, but it does have the number 40k in there.
That's how many kills he's had. Oh.
I was assuming it weighed 40 kilograms.
We had so many different directions to go.
Yeah, I like that.
But what if I just say yes instead?
Yes.
And
it's like the ECR.
Huh?
The gun.
Huh?
The ECR.
Huh?
The people that made it, Robinson Rifle and Company, I think. They have what that acronym actually stands for, but they also have an or whatever you want. And so people joke about, I follow this, whatever.
What?
Guns.
Guns.
I love guns. I owned 2 of them. I'm just kidding.
He flexed.
Listeners, yeah, I flexed. I don't own any guns. I do own a couple swords, though.
Gore, if you would, please.
A very sharp sword, too. I have been wounded.
So
Yeah, you have.
Shotgun into these guys. This does have spread, so your other guys are gonna have to try not to get hit there.
Wait, have you run or are you staying in the vehicle?
No, I got out, so I'm making my way towards
downtown
you guys at a stroll more so than a run, just because he's badass.
Okay, so you end up with me.
Yeah, I end up with you because I'm gonna shoot this shotgun.
Okay.
Yeah. So here we go. I do have a specialty in long guns. I rolled a 15.
Nice.
Okay,
So
do
that's
keep
gonna
in
be-
mind that the check is difficult, which means -10 to your target number.
Okay, so my target number would be 57 for 52 for ranged with the long guns with my specialty. So it becomes a 42, right?
Yeah.
So that I got 3 success levels from that.
+2.
My shotgun has a damage of 6, and has inflict prone, loud, spread, and 2-handed. So
Inflict prone.
+2 from superiority, unless you don't want to use it.
oh yeah, +2. You're right. Yeah, so it's going to be so that would have been 3, 4, 5. So 11 damage total.
11 damage. What was the hit location on that?
That would
5.
be the 5.
5,
Right
which is
leg.
the leg. Okay, 11 damage into a leg. These guys don't have the greatest of armor.
And it also has spread, so whoever's close to him has to do their dodge.
Or take half.
So that's 1. That is 2, and that is 2 damage to people. Going down to that. You fire your shotgun as it spreads out and it hits the leg of your primary target and pierces through the leg, hitting one of the stabilizing thrusters as he starts to spin out of control and then just plummets into the ground, causing like a small explosion. The dust kind of kicks up. A second one, flying high above, sees you take the shot and tries to fly up even higher to dodge out of the way. He rolled a 55, failing his dodge check. So suddenly, as he flies up higher, dodging out of the way, the storm crackles above him as a lightning bolt just slams into the back of him, vaporizing him and his material on the spot.
Oh no.
Golly.
I meant that.
How many are left?
2.
2.
Count them.
And the elite one that Star has laid claim to. Oh, sorry. No one's in there.
No one's in there. Don't look. I'm changing.
Okay.
Yeah. Drusilla will go. And she's going to do the same thing that Gore did.
But not with a shotgun.
But not with a shotgun, with pistols. Bang, bang. Oh, 62. I don't think that makes it.
Even.
Oh my god. That shit was exquisite. That was wild. I'm going to listen to this episode just to hear that again. But especially this one.
Drusilla misses, but continues running with Gore.
Even with the superiority.
62.
Becomes a 42.
Yeah, I mean, effectively. I don't have her character sheet right now. We'll say it barely hits. So that is going to be 6 damage into hit location number 2. So that's an arm.
My arm!
Not enough to kill, but has done some damage on another one.
I've taken some damage. My arm.
Hoo-wah!
Why is my voice changing?
It's the pain.
Yeah. Back to the top.
Back to the top.
Hey.
Wait, is he gonna go? Because he went on my turn, technically.
Well, he had a held action. He has a 7 initiative.
Oh, so he will go. It wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
So Ares right now is just standing by himself on this broken truck covered in smoke.
Yep.
Yeah. Thumping away.
Thumping away.
One more time.
At who?
There's one on the ground still, right?
There's 2 in the air.
2 in the air still. That's what I said.
Yeah, sorry. I should get one of those things that like stacks up.
No,
like,
you're
you can,
fine. I
like,
just want to
represent
make sure.
flying. But there's 2 in the air.
The 2 in the air.
Okay.
So I am using the spread again, trying to hit both of them.
Mm-hmm. The spread of what, by the way?
Just the thumper?
The thumper.
Are they
They're out of your firing arc.
okay, that's what I thought.
They've flown
That's
up,
why I asked.
over, and behind.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
to
So I
avoid
can't
that.
turn
Yeah.
the weapon.
Lateral limits and all
Yeah,
that.
and we're trying to pretend like the vehicle is dead.
Yeah, okay. I am going to
Throw a wrench.
also exit the vehicle.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm in the smoke cover. Could I hide under the vehicle while
Yeah.
everyone else does the fighting?
Yeah, roll a stealth.
Okay.
With plus a billion success levels because of the sex. What?
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
That was really
Okay.
hard. Plus a billion.
I see what you did
But I
there.
was-
What is the smoke?
I don't think it actually
What
gives
do you mean?
Does it add anything to my?
It allows
No.
you to hide here.
It
Yeah.
says that it releases plumes of thick gas that obscure the vision of most species, especially humans. They don't block infrared, sound, or any other means of detection. But you are heavily obscured within this zone for 3 rounds.
Okay, so can I argue this is easier than challenging? It might be more of a routine check.
No.
Dang it.
I'm going to tell you right now, they're not really going to be able to see you
Okay.
because of the effects of heavily obscured.
Okay.
I can pull those up real quick, but effectively you're fine.
Yeah, but you'll be extra fine.
So just keep his whimpering
You
under
are
control.
blinded. Creatures outside your zone can't see into the zone at all and can't target anyone in the zone with ranged attacks.
Oh, nice.
That being said, then, Phil and Drusilla, because you two fired from that zone, you will not gain the benefits of heavily obscured, because the way that we're ruling it, it's kind of like half obscuring part of the zone and part the vehicle.
Didn't they?
Oh, okay.
Are you saying because they fired into the zone?
Because they fired at the enemy, they would not be in the smoke cloud. If they were in the smoke cloud, they are blinded and would not be able to fire.
Yeah, my understanding was they left and then fired. Right?
Yes, they are outside of the smoke.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make that clear that
they are not heavily obscured.
Yeah, they are not heavily obscured.
Well, it's good that
also, I would use my loud gun because Gore would be trying to draw their attention.
Well, I wouldn't use a loud gun for that. I'd use like a marker.
It's true.
Maybe a color pencil.
About that. Yeah.
How else would you draw this?
Dang it. That took me way
Joseph was looking at me like I'm
wild.
crazy.
Yeah, it's because you are.
It's a good thing that this obscures me anyway, because I have 4, count them 4, after superiority levels of failure.
All right. That's fine. You can't see anything anyways.
Yeah. I think I'm under the truck.
You heard one of them go, I think someone's still there. Nah, couldn't be.
Well, hold on. You have an augmetic eye?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay, so you're able to make out generalized shapes a little bit more, so you are able to at least get under the vehicle if that is where you would ultimately like to go.
Yes.
You are under the vehicle.
Hope it doesn't blow up.
Surely not.
Let's go.
Yippee.
Initiative 7. So that was you.
Me.
Yep.
And now these gangers. They see 2 targets.
Count them.
They're gonna
3 targets.
3.
Count them.
3 targets, but 2 of them shot at them.
Mm-hmm.
So they are going to
Shoot back.
the gang that fires back.
Goldfish.
Galvanized. Fire into Gore and Drusilla. Oh, fuck. Yeah, there we go. 22, baby.
Ooh, that's a crit.
That's a crit.
That's not good.
Crit happened.
It's good for
so
you.
That's that,
It's good for no one.
which is 2 levels of success plus that. So 8 damage and hit location number 2.
Can you, just so I remember.
Which one of us was that into?
That was you, good sir.
Oh, dang it. Are you sure?
My arm.
Into 2 into my left arm.
Yes.
Good thing I kept the flak jacket and gave you the flak vest.
Comes up so
Yeah,
much.
Every time.
Start going for his kneecaps.
Yeah. So I you said it was 8 numbers?
8.
8.
For dodging bullets, you have to take the dodge action on your turn, and then
Correct.
you can roll reflex if they shoot at you.
Correct.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
So I actually take 5, so I'm down to 9.
What?
And because it is a crit, that will do a critical hit effect onto you.
Your arm
My arm.
changes color. It is now bright orange.
Maybe you'll roll a 1 and it'll give me extra strength.
All right. Arm critical wound. So it did not pierce your wound
Veil.
threshold, but 8. Deep cut. You suffer a deep gash in your arm, reducing your effectiveness. You are bleeding major and have disadvantage on all tests using the arm. Folks at home, bleeding major is 3 damage at the end of the turn, ignoring armor.
Oof.
Oof, indeed, young Padawan. Oof, indeed.
Bleeding major, or as we like to call it, a minor inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience.
And the other one misses with a 72.
Of course he does.
Yep.
That's because you drew their attention.
Mm-hmm.
You drew the gash. Effective.
Call me Picasso. 'Cause I drew there.
And that is those 2. And now the one going
He's going to
face to
hammer
face
me,
with
and I'm
you.
going to axe him. And parry, in retaliation, but parry.
Okay.
Variation.
Go ahead and roll your parry.
My dice is spinning. I got a 44. Oh no, that works for parries. If it crits
It's a
all
close combat attack, but it's your success levels take away from their success levels.
Yeah, but if I crit, do I auto parry?
I'm going to say
Oh.
that yes, you auto parry.
Okay, I crit.
Nice.
Do you want
Fuck!
to,
I wasted my superiority. Damn it! We've come full circle.
Do you want to describe the parry? as he swings with the might of all of Games Workshop.
It looks like
I don't know why the humor in that took a second for me to register. I was like, hey, that is funny.
There's a whole legal department.
I think he,
his name
instead
is
of
James
like
Workshop.
a brand new like rearing up and swinging, I think what happens is I walk in like foolishly confident, and he goes to swing initially, and then the sand, my eyes. That's not what happened, but like in my head it is. And instead of like starting a new swing, he just kind of finishes that one like after the weird awkward like, oh fuck, now she knows I'm here, but like I'm dedicated to the swing, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna fucking stop. And so he finishes the swing, but because he had to pause, he didn't have enough momentum to get through my ferrocreated flesh, and so it just kind of like it doesn't really hurt.
There we go.
Sounds like a pow hammer.
Seems like Games Workshop has given you plot armor for this attack.
Plumber, if you would.
Yeah, Plumber. Everyone loves Plumber.
Yeah, Arnold.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right.
My turn.
Guys.
I'm going to go with swinging. I'm going to axe him something. I'm going to hit him with my axe.
Mm-hmm.
Axe him where he got that hammer.
I almost said something stupid. This isn't true. I got 7. But I was going to say with advantage, I can make it 700. But that's not how advantage works. That's 5 levels of success. Plus 2 is 7 levels of success.
I forgot that I have to roll as well.
Mm-hmm. Don't get 8 levels of success.
I didn't.
Nice.
I
9.
12.
I rolled a 77.
Dude,
Ooh.
that's the opposite crit.
Ooh, but with advantage.
Crit.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have advantage.
Well, if you do, you can make it a 77
Oh, shit. So, 77.
against 7. We're lucky.
So, one, that's going to be 7 levels of success, effectively. And because I crit failed, you will do a critical hit.
So 7 plus 6 is 13. Plus 4 is 17.
Oops.
17 damage.
I don't know why you always look at me when you're
I look.
calculating.
It's because I look straight, and you're straight ahead of me.
Yeah, it's rough though because I'm bad at math. So I'm like, I can't help you. I don't. The numbers you're saying mean nothing to me.
17 damage, and can I roll a d10?
Mm-hmm.
Yippee! Wait, sorry, 19 because it's superiority.
19 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh.
You're going to roll that die twice. You're giving him 2 critical hits.
Wham. 10. Wham. 10. I swear to God.
10.
Missy as my witness.
I can't
At
see.
least for the second. Oh, well, Stevie's not here.
10 and 10.
For a total of 10
You
twice.
shatter not 1, but 2 ribs.
Oof.
The attack shatters multiple ribs, leaving shards of bone peppered throughout your flesh.
Ugh.
You have disadvantage on any physical test, and your move is reduced 2 steps to a minimum of slow.
2 chains.
Injury, you suffer a broken bone, major injury to your torso.
Wait, since he got it twice, does that make him then less than slow?
No, because it says to a minimum of a
Oh,
maximum.
minimum slow?
Minimum of slow.
Minimum of slow.
Oh,
So he's going to be at least slow forever.
gotcha.
That's wild.
That is rough.
Is that you're saying I got that one twice?
It was
Have
oops
you
all
ever broken
sevens.
ribs
Yeah, because you
before?
rolled 10
It
twice.
sucks.
So it's the same.
But
Bad
one of them will
thing.
get +1 or +2 because don't you add from the damage over?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oops.
I mean, we can. I'm totally fine with that. I just want to make
Shattered
sure
ribs and a sliced artery. You suffer a serious wound to a major artery. You are bleeding major, fatigued from blood loss, and have disadvantage on tests that rely on mobility. Your move is reduced 1 step, and you fall prone.
Oh.
So he is not having a great time. Turns out, even with his fucking armor.
He first thought that he had only broken 2 ribs, and then he found out, nope, that was an artery.
Oh my gosh, I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I feel bad for him too. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't feel bad for him. He actually sold drugs to kids.
And let me,
Oh, okay,
Then
well
this is what he
then.
gets.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
that's how they had the
fine.
crack bombs.
Dude, those dogs.
Oh, as an
That was
elite
him.
enemy, he
He's
only
immune
has
to everything.
well, his second critical wound kills him.
Oh
Oof.
man, I wish I kept that goal. Can I have that goal back?
Get 50 XP.
Yes. I'm the star, baby.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Wait, can I have a goal of star killing an elite?
Fuck.
I'm only giving you that one because though you didn't have it marked on your paper, it never felt like that goal left you.
It's in my soul.
Yeah.
Soul with 2 R's. Yippee! I'm happy. I'm giddy. I'm absolutely
lucky that you got him this turn, because next turn I was going to come in there and jump in front of him.
Can I have this moment? Jesus Christ!
And it's at this moment that I will go ahead and trigger the enemies as desperate.
How do they know? What if they think he's in there fucking me up?
I think that they would have heard those screams.
My ribs, my artery. I'm bleeding.
Oh no, I've fallen prone and I can't get up.
How desperate are we talking?
Who let a psyker in here?
Pretty
That's
desperate.
Dave's artery scream. I know that from anywhere.
We rehearsed this.
He's telling us we should fucking run.
You said something about seagulls. I don't even know what's happening.
All right.
They're panicked.
They're panicked. They are desperate. You two. What would you like to do?
I didn't move.
Oh, did you want to move?
Can my movement be opening a crate, or is that an action?
That's an action.
I don't want to move.
You can move to a crate.
I want to move to a crate. There's no one else in here, right? Can I sniff?
Sure.
I'm going to move to a crate.
Roll a sniff check.
What?
Actually, I think it'd be a specialization under
It is.
awareness.
Yeah, it is. It's one of your senses.
Okay, so that roll doesn't count.
What is
I
it?
mean, you can still roll it. It just
What
you
is
don't
it?
have a
What'd you roll?
specialization.
It's all zeros. 100?
So
Or is it 0?
It's
That's 100.
I don't smell shit. Oh, I smell.
No,
Literally, what you smell
What
is
it-
shit, because Dave
yeah.
Warhammer pooped himself when you killed him.
Oh, actually, that's
You
more
can
accurate.
smell it.
Yeah, I got 100.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I wasted that 100 on like nothing instead of like fighting for my life.
I'm smelling Warhammer Dave's poop.
Yeah,
Ugh.
and then I moved to a crate.
All right.
Dibs on the hammer.
So, Gore, you wanted to click, click, boom?
Yes, please.
Is that a Stray Kids reference?
No, Click
No.
Click Boom is
Clear,
an
boom.
Andrew Garfield movie about the creator of Rent.
It's
No.
tick tick boom.
Same.
No, isn't Click Click Boom? That's from it's POD, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Okay, what POD?
Wait,
Pooping
change-
Trouble
on-
on Death.
What? Sorry.
No,
Gore-
that's still tick tick boom, isn't it?
No.
What?
Click, click, boom.
Come on, Lori.
Yeah, no, it is POD. It is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
no.
like I can see the album cover and
That's a
everything.
band. Yeah, I know POD.
Yep.
Yeah.
Palace on Death.
Yep.
No.
All right, roll.
Puddle
All
of
right, here we go.
No.
I
Lost
got
Days of Destruction.
45. Oh no, wait. I've got the deep cut, so I guess that becomes a 54. With
It
my
stands for payable on death.
which is my 45 becomes a 54,
Mhm.
which would have been a failure on my long guns, but I've got the 2 levels of superiority, which makes it in fact
One success.
4. So, but it's -1. So we're doing a 42, fail 1. Yeah, succeed with 1 level of success.
Hell yeah.
I got there eventually with
Um,
my Wesley levels of math.
How much damage are you dealing?
1 level of success would do 7 damage, and remember it inflicts
Describe your
prone.
kill.
Yes, I imagine I look up at him and I say, "Air to meet you." I couldn't think of anything, so.
Was it with all that hesitation?
Yes, exactly. That's why I was just like, "Air to meet you," and then shot him, and then I under my breath I go, "Shut up."
That feels so correct for Gore.
All right, and now Drusilla. God
Did
damn
the
it!
sprite
Why
get
do
the other guy?
I'm rolling so well for you guys?
You rolled for them that one time. You fucked up Gore. He takes
Yeah, but
bleeding
that was-
major right
that was
now.
the one time.
He takes 3 HP.
Oh, I also take 3. You're right.
rolled.
Thanks
I
for
am-
reminding the teacher that we forgot to give us homework.
Because, dude, I did the fucking homework. I'm gonna get credit for it. Okay.
Drusilla pulls back and fires a single shot going into the head of this guy. He sits floating for a few more seconds before finally his body leans over, causing his rocket pack to careen him off into the desert.
Okay,
Damn.
I'm gonna pull Gore closer to the train rubble,
Mhm.
and I'm going to, like as I'm doing that, I'm going to voice,
Aries.
yeah, what is that called?
Vox speed.
Yeah, but like I'm gonna call Ares, I guess. There was like a better word in my brain.
Dial Ares.
Yeah. Like,
go for Ares.
Hey, Ares, we need you. Gore's hurt pretty bad.
On my way. And I'm gonna low crawl out from underneath the vehicle that is not destroyed. And
Got it.
Vehicle with 1 HP.
Oh, what can I do to help?
I don't know anything about medical he's bleeding, and I'm like holding pressure, but that's like all I know how to do. So
is Star okay?
I got this.
Do you need help?
I don't know. Star, and I'll try and reach out to you too. But like we're all on the same channel, so you should probably.
Are we all on the same channel?
Oh, that's a lot of blood.
So you are all on the same channel, but even this short distance between you all, there is ample static.
Ample.
You're able to still communicate like briefly, but it's kind of hard to hear through the ambient static.
Okay. Star.
I'm fine. I got a hammer.
Good. All right. Ares, do you need help? Or should I go make sure Star's not getting into more trouble?
I've got it over here. And then I am going to do a routine medicine check because it's not in combat.
Okay. As you take charge of Gore, I'm going to head into where I saw Star going.
Can I equip the hammer as my primary weapon?
Sure. Do you want to continue with the meme or not?
What meme? Oh, the 40k meme?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I don't have a weapon with a stupid hand on it.
Jen, that's what you're wanting to do?
Yeah, but
it's a 40k hammer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay?
No, I was going to describe it in like, galvanized.
Can you just can you do that and keep the 40k on it?
I don't know if I can, man.
Can you really not? Because I do want to hear you describe it.
I mean, if I describe it with the 40k one, then I'll talk about all the stickers on there that are like for over $100 on every single pack.
Can you describe it cool? And then in my headcanon, it will also have 40k on it.
Yeah. You pick up this hammer, and it is this large two-handed hammer. It is considered a great weapon. However, its base damage is increased by 1.
Oh, nice.
That's all
the Galvins.
This hammer has wires coming from the handle all the way up into the head of the hammer itself. There's a control panel almost, or like some kind of circuit board thing attached to the side of this hammer, leading to more circuitry within. And you're noticing that as you swing it, there seems to be some kind of like large mass inside the hammer. And as you swing it, it helps by like pressing on the other direction, like towards your target, causing more of an impact than a standard hammer would, as this this mass like propels against one side based off of where you're swinging.
Nice. And it has 40k.
And it has 40k and like price stickers on there, and
BOGO is somewhere on there. Like, cool. And then I imagine when I almost called her Drusilla, when I almost called her Latara. When Alana comes, I'll be opening boxes.
Okay. You pop open one of these boxes, and inside you are seeing, among a few shattered crystals that seem to be just cloudy and kind of like dormant, I guess is the word that I would say. You're seeing that there are some whole crystals that are pulsating that same kind of purple light in there. And as you like move some of this padding out of the way to see these better, you can see that it is the full embodiment of a lightning strike all the way through this like longer crystal piece. And even as you're like starting to move your hand towards it, you can feel the hairs on the back of your hand and like up your arm starting to like raise, like it's all static electricity.
Sorry, I furrowed my brows at Damien, listeners. That's why he's pausing. I was just wondering, because I have both iron and ferrocrete flesh on, so I was like, would that happen? But that
I guess
maybe it would. I'm not sure. Ferrocrete iron, Ironcrete flesh.
Ironcrete flesh. You'd feel it in the iron.
But not in the crete.
Yeah.
I imagine I just start like moving boxes towards the opening, so we're ready to like, I don't know, take them, I guess.
Yeah. So at this moment, you're all busy, Ares. You're dealing with Gore's wound.
You heal 5, by the way. Sorry.
Does that take care of my bleeding?
Yes.
Yes, 8. I lied. I healed 5. You healed 8.
Nice.
I am tourniqueting myself as well.
Yeah, and just to make sure, you needed a hard -20 medicine or Medicaid test using the Keragin's kit to stop the bleeding.
Oh, it was major bleeding?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, it was actually bleeding major.
Okay. So do you want me to roll that as a separate check than the normal healing check?
Oh, it's a -10 actually. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, roll that separately, please.
Okay.
You heal 8, you might still be bleeding.
Okay. Boom. You said at a -10?
Yes.
Dang it. I missed by 2.
Okay, Gore, take
If
3 more points of damage.
If I also put my hand on his surgeon kit, does he get supremacy?
No, sadly.
Dang it.
Go ahead and make another test. Gore, you take that 3 damage. If you take more damage, you might suffer another critical wound.
He'll be fine. He got a 1.
Oh, all right.
You are so healed.
It has taken quite a bit of time, though. So you're having
But you
to
are
sit
so
there
healed.
and stitch together. So, Ares, as you are tending Gore's wounds, it's a little bit tougher than you originally anticipated, but you're getting there.
Sand.
Yeah, it got some sand in there. I had to wash it back out. It was gross.
Star, you
I
pop
hate
open
sand.
this crate and look inside to see the storm shards in here. Naturally forming, surprisingly. Alara, you're moving into that area as well.
Mm-hmm.
As you're walking in that direction, you just feel like an itch at the back of your head. And you're stopping and pausing, trying to like figure out like what the fuck is going on. And then you can almost feel your hackles start to raise. As you look behind you and see
Bum, 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 bum.
2
Count them.
2 blue horrors.
Ooh, okay.
Blue horrors are small little gremlin things that don't really have much of a body. They just have a massive face with legs and arms and tentacles coming out of them. They conjure fire at a whim. And they are demons of the war. Those 2 blue horrors are right next to Drusilla, who seems to like have her eyes closed and is kind of like shifting back and forth. As then you see the cloaked form of, you know him, you love him, your arch nemesis, Horst Fatal. Reach up, grab her, pull her back into a new gout of flames, and all 4 of them disappear. And that's where we're going to end.
Bruh.
Dude, I wasn't going to come up to bite us later.
I lied.
Whoa.
Dude,
What?
blue
You
horror.
can't lie. The story
hate
master can't
horror.
lie.
Hey, we can't have, what is it called? The new trope I love with narrators, unreliable narrators.
I love
Unreliable.
unreliable narrators.
And they love you, or do they?
They at least narrate that you love them, probably. Go play Mouthwashing. It's a good game.
No.
Play what?
Mouthwashing. It's a good game. It's
Wesley's
also
so
today's
mad.
sponsor.
It's not.
Mouthwashing?
Yeah.
But our
But-
listeners probably should since
Dang.
they're stinky.
That's
just,
crazy.
Just as a reminder for you all. And the listeners, Horse Fatal, the guy that you saw erupt in blue flames.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we killed that guy with the face.
Super cool.
Yeah, the killer horse.
Fatal horse.
Fatal. Fatal.
Yeah, bad horse.
Yeah.
You've
heard of femme fatale? This is horse
fatal.
Wild.
All right. Yeah.
Like, subscribe.
Instead of a honey trap, he's going to attach you into. Yeah. Shall I subscribe?
Like, subscribe, follow us, follow Phil. Follow yourselves if you have.
Probably go take a shower
shower, shave,
hang out on the Discord.
You can always go to our Patreon and become certified not stinky. That keep in mind, please. That doesn't mean that you smell good.
Yeah.
Okay. That just means that you're not.
You are neutral.
Yeah. At best.
I don't stink because I'm on the Patreon.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I don't stink because I'm on the Patreon, but I don't smell good. Let's be honest.
See ya. Later, nerds.
I have a hammer now. I have the 40k hammer. Roll the credits.
He is the hammer.
I am Dave Warhammer.